Hello everyone, welcome to Philo's Garage. Today we're going to be putting front shocks on my V8 Colorado. I've selected a set of Bilsteins, which are probably the highest quality aftermarket shock you can get for a vehicle without going to a high-end rebuildable custom shock. All right, for shocks for my V8 Colorado, I selected Bilstein. And these are probably one of the more expensive shocks on the market, but they are the best. Their reseller program is hot garbage. These things were $85 a piece, and you're just not gonna find them cheaper than that. Buy them off Amazon and buy them wherever it makes you happy. But if you want a good ride, these are the ones to get. Pretty simple to change out on the front of a Colorado. You only need a few tools, and you don't need a lift like this. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to take the wheel off. But for you guys to get a good view of what I was doing, I of course did. All right, so as you can see, I have already removed the wheel, and this is the shock right here that we're going to be removing. And have one nut up here on the top, and then there's a bolt through the bottom. Let's get started. Now you'll see when you turn this, it causes the whole shock to turn. And there's a couple of ways to fix this. On these original OE shocks, this is actually a hard casing, so we can just take some channel locks, stick them on there. Now, a lot of these shocks also have a machined flat on this top stud, and you can put a wrench on there or a pair of vice grips. Bushing assembly. By the way, on the OE shocks, this was a 15mm wrench for the top here, but it varies in size. See if I turn this, if you can see it a little better. By the way, these are both 18mm. You need somewhat of a long socket to clear the stud on this bolt. Now getting this bolt out, it'll slide right under the axle from the other side. And if you look at it, it's got a hex on the end, so you don't actually have to put a wrench on this side. You can also put a wrench on that side. That actually came out kind of easy. Sometimes you may have to move the knuckle around to get that in and out. So this is our OE shock. Pretty blown out. You can still feel resistance when you compress it, but not very much at all. And then this one isn't gas charged. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Oh, it looks like it is. It doesn't have much gas left in it. All right, so on the new shock, it's gas charged, so I took a zip tie and zip tied it compressed. Whoop, it just slipped off. Put that back on there. There we go, good as new. I just put my weight against it and then slide the zip tie on. This helps get it in there a lot easier. All right, so then, oh, by the way, you'll notice that I put the bushing assembly on before I zip tied it. This is the other side of the bushing assembly. The little lip goes towards the metal bucket, so they should face towards each other. The zip tie is very much in the way on this. Well, that didn't go as planned. Let me cut that zip tie and stick that into place. Where's my bolt? There we go. I use this little screwdriver as a pry tool, even though screwdrivers aren't for prying, and get that bolt in. You may have to move this back and forth to get that lip to set in the hole. And we got the threads started. So now on this one, this is not solid, so we can't do the same vice grip trick. So what we'll do, slide this on here and start tightening till it turns. And this is a lock nut. It'll tighten it down until it hits the nylon on the threads, and then just kind of spin the stud. But now, I don't know if you can see it, the very top of the stud is almost visible. So we'll take some vice grips, vice grip on there. I find that's easier than the proper size wrench. Now the goal is to tighten it down until this rubber protrudes out and is flush with the washer. By the way, if you don't care, cut this out to give yourself a little more room. It won't hurt anything. All right, now to stick the nut back on the bottom here. like new. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and even make a comment if you think I could have made this better, or tell me what you thought. Until next time, this was Philo with Philo's Garage.